Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Look on the screen, we have a magic number, or could be a depressing number. So, I want to do a quick video on the study. It states that basically they're anticipating that 1.4 million households could be affected by Trump's 2-year limit on housing. Okay, let's take a quick listen and have the conversation. And hey, let's talk about who is to blame? Yeah, we're gonna play the accountability game or the blame game, but let's listen to this.
A Trump administration proposal could put more than a million low income households at risk of losing their federally subsidized housing. That's according to new research from New York University obtained exclusively by the Associated Press. The new study suggests a proposed 2-year time limit on housing subsidies could affect as many as 1.4 million households in public housing and Section 8. The time restriction is part of a White House proposal that seeks to slash the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's budget. White House officials argue that HUD's rental assistance programs are full of fraud and waste because federal subsidies were never meant to be permanent.
And that's the deal. So who's to blame for this? Two people. The recipients. Oh yes, the ones that got on there. If you get onto one of these programs, especially for housing, a place to lay your head, you're there because you obviously can't afford market rent. So if you get in the program, and it blows my mind how this has been allowed to just bloom over decades. If you're on that program for 1 or 2 years, how do we fast forward, go back, look at studies, and the same person is there, but now this lady I've seen this. I mean, across the board, different cultures. It must be a welfare lifestyle. How do you end up with 5 or 6 children of different ages? So that tells me you got on this program because you couldn't afford to survive, a place to live. And instead of trying to better yourself, okay, maybe you had an oopsie, okay? And then you realize, oh, you're going to tell them, oh, I'm with child, I'm pregnant. And they give you some more money. Here you go. Okay, you're going to need a bigger apartment. Oh, going to need more money for food. Okay. Let's get you an insurance card for baby number 3, 4, 5, 6. How was that allowed? They should have been had a program. If you come on it with 2 children, we're allowing you one additional if that happens. Preferably not. After that, you're on your own. Have 5 or 6 at your own risk. The benefits will continue. I've seen women on social media, 7 to 9 kids, getting 3,000 plus. And what is this? In EBT, in food stamps. Meanwhile, we have some of the elderly on a fixed income getting $80. What do you do with that? Buy snacks? So who's to blame? The people that call themselves running game. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do minimal. Listen, there are some people, I cannot believe this for the life of me. They are actually sitting up in zero, a free place to live. I saw the video. A free place to live. She got evicted. Why? She couldn't keep it clean, couldn't pass the inspection. So once a year they have an inspection. And guess what? She had her brother Cletus over there. That's not his name. I just said it for the sake of the video. And Cletus was so dumb that when they came for the inspection, because she was, I guess, sick, and I'm assuming in the hospital or something. But when they came for the inspection, he wouldn't let them in. And she got evicted. But see, it wasn't the first time. If you were that ignorant that you cannot keep housing and all you have to do is pass an inspection one time out of a year, then you don't deserve it. So the system has allowed this to continue. It has allowed this to continue. I remember they were speaking decades ago about, hey, limit the number of kids that the people can have. And they were like, oh, that's unconstitutional. We just can't keep paying because someone wants to get pregnant over and over and over again. Said it before, said it again. I've been saying, ladies, And this is for all cultures. I don't care what nationality. Don't carry the seed of poverty D. Carry it at your own risk. Carry it at your own risk. And let's talk about that. This here may be kind of touchy, but it is what it is. Yeah, no filter today. Sorry, people. And I did a prior video on this. Let's talk about when these women are having these children, and people commit crimes of all socioeconomic levels. Let's say that. Within that community, what are they producing? I'm asking for a friend. What are they producing? See a lot of behavioral problems. I'm sorry to say, look at a lot of these shows. Young people, first 48, so many young people just throwing their lives away. So let's get to brass tacks. You want a system to support you, and I'm speaking as a collective. Please don't try to get in the comments, well, I know one person and she had 4 children and they did great. Well, good for her. I've seen 2 women, or heard about them, read about them. They had 4 kids each. One went to law school, one became an engineer in the hood. 4 kids each. One went to law school, one became an engineer. What does that tell you? They had a goal. Went to the university, law school and engineer. While they both had 4 kids, what are the odds? In public housing. Why? They wanted a way out and they found it and they pursued it. They didn't get those degrees overnight. So don't try to hand me that one example and let's make like the rest of them working on that. So quick question. Let's just get, what are we producing? What are we paying for? What are we producing? What are we paying for? Some people, I'm just going to cut it to you straight. Some people are producing criminals. Oh, producing criminals. That's why the neighborhood is so bad. Remember that lady in Texas? She was just broken into, called the police. 30 minutes later, here's this junior dust bucket at her door, and he got popped. Good shot. And the mother was like, he had all his stuff. Turn out, being broken into the home how many times? The seed of poverty D. You didn't think the mother knew that he was stealing like that? Let's be real. You know you're in public housing, on a fixed income. So why is your son, a teenager, coming home with all these things? You know he's not getting an allowance. So you know darn well it has to be theft. Let's keep it real and stop all the playing games, being PC. Well, I don't want to say it. I'm going to say it. She knew darn well thought her son was a thief and he got what he got. And I hate to tell you, it's a lot of that's being, I'm sorry. What are we paying for? Paying for a woman to have a litter of children? Look at the men that she chose. Miss Lover Thug. You like thugs, and then you procreate with them, and then the taxpayer, we're supposed to come in and help out. And then there are decent people who need a chance that they can't get on. See, I think it's too many of that kind on the program. We just messed it up. I'm just going to sit up here and get prayed and they're going to take care of me. Oh, I've seen them talk about the government is my man. Well, looks like your man wants a separation. No, in this case, he wants a divorce. He takes care of me. Yeah, and kind of fed up with it. It's a new man in office. How do you get on the program, 1 or 2 kids, and then fast forward, let's look into your life, and now you got 5 or 6 kids? Who does that? Somebody who is lazy and calls themselves, I'm going to use this system to take care of me. I'm sorry to say it, and it may sound tacky, but it is what it is. Someone who is using, I think, your womb as a wallet. And looks like that card is going to decline. And then there are elderly people that need a chance. Families that need a chance never had that, what is this, housing in their lives, and now they need a chance. Oh, but they can't get on because guess what? This one and that one, they started out with 1 or 2 kids. Now they've got 5 or 6 each. Now she got 4 kids. What are we paying for? What's being produced? What's going on in the home? in some cases, paying for dysfunction. So here we are, paying for a whole lot of dysfunction. And there are hardworking Americans who, if they could just get a break, they can't get it because we've been paying for dysfunction decade after decade and passing down this lazy voucher. So that I agree. It shouldn't be, well, we got this group on. Sorry, they beat you to the punch and they're never getting off. And the cycle continues. Now, do I think 2 years is enough? I would say five. That's my number. In this economy, even five may not be enough because there's no jobs. But this here, 1.4 million American households affected. Some people have been on this for decades. It's like it's like an inheritance. Grandmother did it, mom did it, now they're doing it. My friend, best friend, she is a teacher, and one of these little munchkins was very disrespectful. And it was like she told him, listen, you're not going to be able to function in society with your mouth on a job. You're not going to be able to make it. And the little girl told her, I don't have to worry because, I'm going to be on welfare like my mama. Now, look, I don't think so. I said it before. I was saying this after and during the pandemic. Do you not see what is going on? When it's going to come a time that you're going to be on your own. I've been saying these programs are going to dry up, and now we're here. Drying up. See, some people don't want help. They want a sponsor. Yeah, some people don't want help. They just want you to come. Just take care of me. That's why some people that have never been on it, they need a chance, but they can't get it. Can't get it. Why? Well, you can't get it because guess what? Some people are on it and will never get off. Get on it, and I'm not going anywhere. I said before, people don't want to pay the housing, the little mom and pop housing landlords. Okay, you're going to learn today. Oh, I said it. I said it makes me angry to think that people sit up here, do not want to pay the mom and pop landlord, try to get over. You sure about that? I said, okay. What is going to happen is this. You don't want to pay the mom and pop landlord, they'll be forced to sell. And let me tell you something. When Wall Street steps in, when the hedge funds, that's a whole nother cat. That's a whole nother animal. That is a whole nother species. They think way differently than mom and pop. There will be no sympathy. When Wall Street, when VCs pop in, think again. They don't bleed red, they bleed green money. They'll evict their own mom if they have to. It's my opinion. I've been said it. Not wanting to pay the mom and pop is going to drive them out, and then Wall Street will swoop in. When they swoop in and start taking over the housing market, some of the ones, they'll regret not paying the mom and pop. Gonna regret it so bad. Now we got whole neighborhoods. Nothing but rented. Now we got people, okay, I got a job now. I'm back working now. Okay, good for you. Well, I got that eviction. They're not gonna give you a chance. A mom and pop might extra security. Then you wonder what's happened. They're working every day and gotta sleep in their vehicle. After a while, you start paying. You keep looking and looking, and it has to click in. You're paying all these deposits and all these security checks, and they check my background. If you just go 4 times to get turned down, let's say the average one application, all that is like $300. $300 times 4, that's $1,200. You can't get an apartment if there's an eviction. But what do I know? I said, not trying to pay. If you drive the mom and pop out, gonna have a big problem. going to have a big problem. Why? Wall Street is going to swoop in. It's like they back in 2012 in Palm Beach. What's Palm Beach? And it's always been it's crazy. They would have like these tax homes, and people try to bid on them. Good luck. You're not going to get one. You're not going to get one. Oh, I'm going to keep it. You're not going to get one. Why? Because Obama gave Wall Street a whole bunch of money. Do you understand? There wasn't he gave Wall Street money. And you know what they did? As an individual on those tax liens, you can only make one bid. Well, Wall Street was clever. And the money they got from Obama, that's my understanding. And yeah, because over there on that at the marina, they talk a whole lot on Flagler and Palm Beach. People down there talking. The money they got from Obama, they set up LLCs. Oh yes, they did. One group got together. It was in a newspaper. I will never forget reading it. They set up 200 and over 200 LLCs. Sure did. Hedge fund. Oh, guess what happened? So when they wanted a property, they would use one LLC to make a bid. Then someone else makes a bid. Again, you only allowed one bid. Then you look up. They were the same people. They would use another LLC. And I remember one property, it was in the paper reading about it. It was like they had 80 bids and they got the property. 80 bids and they got the property. The same group of people. Why? Because they had LLCs. So the average working family trying to get a home, a tax, oh my, in Palm Beach, good luck. That's why I said what I said. You don't want the hedge fund managers to show up. You don't want Wall Street taking over housing. They're buying our property G for a reason. I've seen a subdivision. First, it was selling the houses. Now I look up the little flag they put out the banister on a new subdivision. What is this? They were selling them for like low 300s to 4. Total change up. The whole subdivision is nothing but rental. There's nobody. Everyone that lives there, they're renting. For middle class people, that's how you build wealth. It's just getting harder to survive. So my telling people, women, don't care to see the poverty. You can do baby mama if you want to. You're planning on, well, I'm gonna get on this program. It's gonna take care of me. Yeah, good luck with that. 2 years. The lady at Burger King, it blows my mind. You had good luck to her and congratulations on her. What do you call this? On her GoFundMe. You don't have any help. Why even entertain it? So yeah, 1.4 million households are going to be affected. It's a major shakeup going on right now. Life as we know it is gradually changing. So the ones that thought, oh my, I'm on and I'm never getting off, that's who you have to blame. It's supposed to be, and they turn it into a lifestyle. Oh, I'm on my third child. They're giving me more money. Oh, okay. And the system gave the green light. That's who to blame. That is who to blame. The system gave them the green light. Oh, more money, more housing, even illegal immigrants. I remember a lady, I couldn't forget it. Never forget it. How was it? She had like 5 kids, and they gave her additional money because now she had to have more bedrooms, additional bedrooms, and it was like she was getting $1,500. $1,500 a month for a housing voucher. And she had to get a house because she couldn't find an apartment to accommodate her and the number of children. Whose fault is it? They've allowed this to happen. And people thinking, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get over. I am so going to get over. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to sit up and have kids and relax all day. Mind blowing. What did that girl say to me? I was a landlord like early in my mid-20s, okay? And she said to me, and I had like a fixer-upper, and she said, oh, I feel sorry for you. Really? I feel sorry for you because, and what I did, I kind of stayed in the house. I said, well, since I'm going to go ahead and I bought the fixer upper, I said, I'm going to kind of stay here while I'm getting the work done. Okay, cool. And it was closer to where my job was, near downtown. So she felt sorry for me because I got up and go to work every day. And it was a new house, but it was like, I guess like they were renting it out next door. She said, go to work. She said, I feel sorry for you because you get up and go to work every day. Me, I get a check. You feel sorry. And I thought, wow, she was maybe 25 or so. No, maybe like 20, 25, somewhere in there. Me, I get a check. But the check wasn't enough. And I thought, wow, what does she do all day just watching TV? But she felt sorry for me going to work all day. Yeah, I was working and also getting the place ready to rent out to be a landlord. Unbelievable. And now, of all times, it is a very difficult time just for people just to secure housing. We're facing housing insecurity and food insecurity. It's a very difficult time. But the changes are here. And I'm sorry to say, for the ones who sat on the program and just laid up and had all these kids, I don't have any sympathy for you because while you were doing that, other people are being productive and we're too busy paying for you and can't help the working mom or working family that needs a break. I just have no sympathy. You just lay it up and have child after child. Where's the man at? He has to do nothing. I have no sympathy. And what are you raising? How are the kids in school? Are they, are they troublemakers? Are they able to read, be productive? Is there a chance for them? What's going on? So for those, I have no sympathy because you're part of the reason. Maybe they thought, oh, they've got the hookup, but guess what? The hookup has hooked out. It's over. They've made it into a lifestyle. So yeah, and it was allowed. So who's to blame? The system and the people who call themselves are going to manipulate it. Again, if you want to get with a guy and do a fatherless home, be a baby mama over and over again, good luck with that. But guess what? The system that you're relying on, it is not going to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, remember you are the CEO of your life. The CEO and the CFO, please act like it. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. We got to get it together, folks. We have got to plan and strategize as best as we can because guess what? Change is in the air, and I'm out.